Before you, the long shadow of a man in a hat. That alone tells you a story. It's getting late in the day. I've got my hat on, and in front of me is what looks like a bit of jungle. This is a farmyard I'm walking through, and I'm looking for a temple. It is Tar Em this time, and it should not be far at all because I've looked at this on the satellite map. It is, look. There's the clue. See this? Laterite block. See that? That has definitely been made by man. So we ain't far away. And as I step forward with a bit more haste, as I get more excited, we said, see yet more blocks. I never ever go forward and reconnoiter, see what's ahead of me. I always take you with me so we may discover this together. This was an exterior wall that has a flag sticking out of it, and as we round the palm tree, there in front of us is an ancient temple. Hello and welcome again to Forgotten Temples with myself, Mr. B. What is here right at my feet where I stand is a perimeter wall, but there was another one right there. There was two walls to this place. This is Prasat Tar Em, built in the late 12th, early 13th century, most probably by the King Jayavarman VII. And this temple is indeed impressive. It was once a huge, mighty thing that had an incredible tower, but it is all but now broken down. So I think this will be a brief video, but I've not been in, and I've never been to a temple yet that hasn't afforded me some level of surprise. So let us march onwards, and I shall take you by the hand, and we shall see what awaits us. There is that ancient wall, there is the temple, and this dusty, now rutted path that almost nobody ever goes down, it's probably primarily to move cattle, was once a busy road. And all around here would have been buildings, huts, there would have been life, children, dogs, cattle, there would have been trade, there would have been so much. But it is all now but gone. You see, you wouldn't have built a temple as beautiful as this in the middle of nowhere for just no reason. It would have been built for people to come and to worship. Now, as we step forward, I've noticed something off to the left, which I've never seen before. But this part of the temple is pretty much derelict. I mean, they are all derelict, but this has kind of lost its personality. It's all strung out. There's just masonry on the floor, and none of these towers that do still tower way above me actually link together. That is until you look this way, and what you see is a doorway in the distance. Didn't I say to you, there's always something different about each and every temple? On this occasion, it's this enchanting doorway. What else could you call it? It is like something from a fairy tale. Where does it lead? I don't know. I've not been through it yet. We shall go through together. But maybe there's a question echoing in your mind right now. Is this place that is so horribly destroyed through neglect, I mean centuries upon centuries, it's been abandoned to the jungle, how did it come to this? How did it fall into such rack and ruin? Well, we don't actually 100% know, but what is said, and I imagine there's some data backed up by the climatologists, I believe that is a word, the people who deal with weather, is that there was a series of droughts. Around here was an enormous city. There's a great big temple called Bante Chamer, which is just over there, and this is one of the satellite temples. And all around here was very fertile rice fields. So if those climatologists are right, what happened was, after a few years of drought, there simply was no more food in the stores. So the people left in their droves, and they went hunting to try and fill their empty bellies. And my guess is a few of them may well have headed out through that door. The reason I think that is they could have come here seeking blessings as they set off on a journey deep into the unknown. But as I said, you and I will be going through together. It's not for me just to walk off on my own. I love doorways. There's nothing quite like an ancient doorway to pique your interest, to bring back that boyish nature. Now look at this. This is the only thing that gives us an indicator as to how grand and how mighty this temple was. I mean, that is one hell of a doorway. This is worthy of a medieval fort. This place was very popular. It had a lot of money spent on it. All the beautiful carvings and decorations have been looted. The entire city was looted mercilessly. It was raped and pillaged by all those that came here. And there was a very good reason as to why this place suffered so horribly from the looters. You see, the problem that this temple had, and in fact the entire city, for as I mentioned, this was a huge, ancient, prosperous city, was it's very remote. And due to its remoteness, that allowed the looters to come in and kill at will. They brought chainsaws, they brought block and tackle, and they carted off literally thousands upon thousands of carvings and ancient sculptures of the gods. Almost none of them have survived for the general public. They're all in private collections held by greedy, nasty people. They should be given up. Of course they should. They should be back home, here in these temples that were built solely for them. And although it's devoid of its God, it's still a wondrous place. And I hope that you have enjoyed this very short trip round this little temple far away in an ancient land. And if by chance you could help me build up a library, the world's first library of these ancient forgotten temples, then I would be truly grateful. And how you do that is go to www.patreon.com/temples. Simple as that. So until next time, as always, I wish you absolutely nothing but, of course, the very best. You be sure to take good care now.